Good morning, Year 2. Today is Monday, the 25th of January, and I am going to take you through your maths learning today. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that we can get started. Okay, so we're going to warm up our maths brains. So before we do that, I would like you to pop me on pause and go and get yourself a copy of 100 square because this is going to help you with your warm up. I'll see you shortly. Right, welcome back. Hopefully you've managed to get 100 square to help you. Okay, so to warm up our maths brains today, we're going to start by just counting in fives all the way up to 100. I'm going to point at the numbers as we say them. So let's go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Should we try counting backwards? Let's do it. 100, 95, 90, 85, 80, 75, 70, 65, 60, 55, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Well done. Okay, so now using your 100 square, I would like you to colour in all the numbers that appear in the 5 times table and then have a chat with someone in your house about what patterns you notice. Once you've done that, you can come back to me. So pop me on pause and I will see you shortly. Welcome back. Okay, so let's have a look at which numbers appear in the 5 times table. I'm going to highlight them as we say them. Okay, 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, 3 times 5 is 15, 4 times 5 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 5 is 30, 7 times 5 is 35, 8 times 5 is 40, 9 times 5 is 45, 10 times 5 is 50, 11 times 5 is 55, 12 times 5 is 60. Okay, well done. Okay, so this is our times table, our 5 times table. What do you notice about the pattern in the numbers? Have a look at the ones digit in each column. So remember, we have single digit numbers and 2-digit numbers. And in a 2-digit number, the first digit are the tens and the second digit are the ones. Okay, so having a look at the ones digit in this column here, they all end in 5s, and have a look at the ones column here, they all end in 0s. We've got a pattern here, haven't we? 5, 0, 5, 0, and so on. So can you remember your work from last week on odd and even numbers? Tell your adult or shout out to the screen which numbers are odd and which numbers are even. So hopefully you said that all the numbers ending in 5 are odd and all the numbers ending in 0 are even, because our odd numbers are numbers ending 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and our even numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And remember, an even number can be shared out equally into 2 groups, but an odd number can't. Okay, so I think our maths brains are quite warm now, so let's carry on with our learning for today. Right, let's look at the vocabulary for division. It's really important that we use this when we're doing our maths. So I'm going to point to the words and I want you to say them out loud. Equal groups, grouping, divide by, divide, share equally between, divide into, and then we've got our division sign here. And if we hold our arm up and we punch the top and punch the bottom, that is our division symbol. Okay, let's carry on. Right, so we're going to be looking at this first problem. Our learning intention says, I can divide by 5. And I'm going to read the problem out to you, and then I want you to pop me on pause and have a go at solving the problem using all those methods that you learnt last week for division. So it says, Mrs. Gold has been out in her garden picking sunflowers. She picked 25 for her house. She shares these equally between 5 vases. How many are in each vase? Then the second part of the problem says, Miss Bennett Jane brings Mrs. Gold a bunch of 10 sunflowers. She shares these equally between the 5 vases. How many are in each vase now? And finally, how many flowers are there altogether? So pop me on pause, have a go at solving this problem. Don't forget to write a division number sentence, a division calculation, and show the methods that you have used to solve it. And then come back to me. I'll see you soon. Welcome back. Okay, so we need to unpick this problem. I'm going to get my highlighter so that we can highlight the important information in this problem. Mrs. Gold has been out in her garden picking sunflowers. She picked 25 for her house. So this is an important number that we need to highlight. She shares these equally between 5 vases. Oh, 2 more important information here. We've got shares and equally, and an important number here, 5. So we know we've got 25 altogether. She shares them equally between 5 vases. How many are in each vase? So our number sentence would be 25 divided by 5. So I'm going to write it here. 25 divided by 5 equals. Okay. How would you solve this? Some of you might have done some drawings, and this is a very good place to start. So let's have a look. I've got my 5 vases here, and I'm going to share out my 25 sunflowers. So I don't want to spend too long on the drawings because, of course, it is not an art lesson, it's a maths lesson. So you could just do dots to represent the sunflowers, or you could draw little sticks. It's up to you. I'm going to draw sticks. So here's 1 sunflower, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So there's my 25 sunflowers shared out between my 5 vases. They don't look very healthy, my sunflowers, do they? But that's fine. Okay, so how many have we got in each vase? So each vase should be the same because we shared them out equally. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have shared them out equally, and there are 5 in each vase. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. So I need to write that as my answer. Now we need to also answer it in words. So we need to say 5, and then we need to actually put a sentence here. So we need to say 5 sunflowers in each vase to fully answer the question. Now, another way you could have done it, thinking about the methods you were learning last week, is to use a number line and counting how many 5s go into 25. So I've drawn my number line here. I start on 0, and I'm going to count in 5s until I get to 25. That's my target number. So add 5 to get to 5. Add another 5 takes me to 10. Add another 5 takes me to 15. Add another 5 takes me to 20. And another 5 takes me to 25. And then we count how many lots of 5 went into 25. So 1 lot, 2 lots, 3 lots, 4 lots, 5 lots. So 25 divided by 5 equals 5. 5 lots of 5 go into 25. Okay, let's have a look at the second part of the problem. I'm just going to go back. So Miss Bennett Jane brings Mrs. Gold a bunch of 10 sunflowers. She shares these equally between the 5 vases. How many are in each vase now? So we've got some extra information here. We know that we've got an extra 10 sunflowers, and we're going to share these equally between the 5 vases. So I could just do that using my drawings. So I'm going to use a different color so you can see me adding them. So I'm going to count 10 sunflowers altogether, sharing them equally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many in each vase now? We've added 2 more onto our 5. So now we've got 7 in each vase. So we now have 7 in the vase. But what would the number sentence be? How many sunflowers were there altogether? What did I started with 25 and Miss Bennett Jane has given me 10 more. So what is 25 add 10? Have a look at your 100 square if you need help with finding 10 more then. I'll write it as a number sentence. 25 add 10 equals, you're right, 35. So we've got 35 sunflowers altogether. So as a number sentence now, as a calculation for division, we've got 35 divided by 5, because we've got our 5 vases. And in each vase this time, we have got 7 sunflowers. Okay, well done. Now we can use our number line for that as well. So this was our original number line when we counted up to 25. Now I need to get up to 35. So let's count in 5s until we get up to 35. So I'm going to do a different color. So add 5 is 30. Add another 5 takes us to 35. So how many 5s go into 35? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fantastic. Well done for having a go at that problem. Okay, so today you're going to be solving a range of division problems using the 5 times table, so dividing by 5. Okay, so when we look at division, it's important that you choose the most efficient method. Last week you were shown different ways of solving a division problem, and here are the 3 main ways you might use. Sharing, which can take a long time of sharing a big number and can sometimes lead to mistakes. Grouping and using a bar model. So there's an example here where we had our 25 sunflowers. We were dividing by 5. So we had 5 parts. And then we're counting in 5s until we get to 25. So that's one way. And the way I've just shown you on the example was using a number line. So counting in lots of 5 for dividing by 5. So today I want you to really think about which is the method which will give you the most efficient result. So let's have a look at some more problems together. We're going to practice using a number line to solve this problem. So 15 divided by 5. So I'm going to try and use a number line to solve this problem. So what number do I need to start on my number line? Call it out to the screen. You are right. If you said 0, well done. So we're going to start on 0. So I'm counting in 5s. We're finding out how many 5s go into 15. 15 is our target number. So here we go. Let's go. 0 add 5 is 5. Add another 5 is 10. Add another 5 is 15. How many 5s did we do? How many jumps of 5? 1, 2, 3. So 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at another example. 45 divided by 5. We're saying how many 5s go into 45. 45 is our target number. So we're going to start on which number on the number line? You're right, 0. Well done. So we're going to count in lots of 5 until we get to 45. So do it with me. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30, 35. Oh, I'm going to run out of room, aren't I? And 40. I'm going to go off the page. That's okay. Just draw the line a bit longer. 45. So I've counted in 5s until I got to 45. How many lots of 5 go into 45? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 45 divided by 5 equals 9. Now, when we're using bigger numbers, we can use our times table knowledge to help us make more efficient jumps. Because if I had to count in 5s all the way up to 80, that's going to take some time and I might make a mistake. So we're going to use some of our known times table facts to help us. So I know that 10 times 5 equals 50. So I'm going to use that to help me make an efficient jump on the number line. So I'm going to start on 0 and I'm going to do a jump of 10 lots of 5. So I can write 10 times 5 because remember the time sign means lots of, and I've landed on 50. But that's not the end of it, is it? Because what number have I got to get up to? I've got to get up to 80. That's my target number. So if I think of the number 80 and do a pot hole, so I've got to 50. What is left? What have I got to add to get up to 80? Well, let's find out. Let's start with 50 and count up to 80. So let's find the difference. 50, 60, 70, 80. So 3 lots of 10 is 30. So I need to add 30. So if you know your times table, your 5 times table quite well, you might know what makes 30. How many 5s make 30? So you might know that 6 times 5 equals 30. So then you could use that knowledge to do a jump of 30 to take you to 80. And then up here, I'd write 6 times 5. Then we've got to work out how many jumps we've done altogether. How many lots of 5 have we done altogether? So we've got our 10 lots of 5 and our 6 lots of 5. So what is 10 add 6? 10 add 6 is 16. So the answer is 16. And we can check our answer by working out, well, what is 16 times 5? Let's count in 5, 16 times. Use your fingers to help you check how many you're doing. So let's do it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So we got to 80. So we know by using that checking calculation that we are right. Now, if you didn't know that 6 times 5 was 30, what you could have done is from your jump from 50, you could have added another 5 and then another 5 and then another 5 until you got to 80. So this is how we would use our times table knowledge to help us be more efficient on a number line. Okay, so your activity for today, your independent activity, is to solve these division problems using the methods that you have been taught last week and the ones we've been practicing this morning. If you can use a number line, that's a really efficient way of solving these problems. Now, there is a mix of word problems and calculations. So remember, with the word problems, you need to find the maths in it before you can solve it and write a division calculation. Okay, so once you have done these activities, we'd love to see your work, so send it to the Year 2 email. These problems are on the planning document on Padlet, but also I've put them up on the screen so you can pause this screen so they're up there in front of you. So good luck with that, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for some more work on division. Take care.